worship. Flip my blink, my Bible hurting. Flee the serpent. My team don't eat cause we stay working.
What's up, what's up, what's up?
Please do not bring all the money and die.
Y'all know what time it is. Y'all know what time it is. Oh, man. It's time to go live. Man, what a day. Woo! I'm going to have to open up this window. I'm going to have to make sure I open up this window, man. Because I'm telling you, man, it's warm in here today. And I've been busy sitting up here meeting with my leaders, meeting with my mentor, meeting with my colleagues, man. And just, man, I'm telling you, man, just what God's doing is just so huge, man. What God's doing is so huge, man. I truly hope that everyone who talking to today, you get to experience just this excitement. You get to experience what it's like to be sitting on $1 billion business. HD, what are you talking about? You're saying, HD, you're a billionaire. What I'm telling you, man, is I'm blessed to be one of the leaders on a platform that's going to be doing multiple billions of dollars. And the reason it's going to be doing multiple billions of dollars is because it's all centered around you. Let me open the window real quick. And so the reason I say it's all centered around you is because it is. It's not a traditional direct sales company. Everyone goes, oh, direct sales run. All right, man. I'm going to tell you, man, I feel bad for you. Because, here's the bottom line, man. As Robert Kiyosaki said, man, over a decade ago, he said direct sales is, one of the best industries for you to be able to go ahead and start your own business if you don't got $1 million to be able to take it from step one to, done. And the reason it is because, just to be honest with you, man, the way direct sales has grown over the years with technology, with the products that's available, man, it's second to none. It gives you the best chance to be able to make the money you need to be able to go ahead and live your dreams, your goals, currently, whatever it is. Unfortunately, a lot of people have a lot of big ideas, dreams that they keep locked away in their head. And they're like, one day when I have enough money, I'll do this or that. You know what? 12 years ago, I wrote a book. Still not out. You know why? Because one day never happened. One day happened, I wrote it. One day happened, I sent it to a publisher to get edited twice. Why is it not out? Because I still needed money to get it, edited one more time. And then for them to go ahead, get it copyrighted, and then get it put out there. But the problem is, guess what? Once you get it put out there, I would have ended up like my best friend Jerome. And my mentor Jerome and I, Jerome Majette. Shout out to Romy Rome. Happy anniversary to Pastor Jerome Rome, Majette, and the First Lady Michelle. God bless you. Happy anniversary. We love you. Wow. We love you. We love the Majettes, man. I'm telling you, I love the Majette family, man. That family's prayed with me so much over the last 3 years. Michelle just has such a big heart. She's blessed me to be able to spend quality time with her husband as, he mentored me, prayed for me, shared the word of God with me, and just helped me, to get nursed back up, man. So I'll be able to be strong, man, and bold in the faith and bold in the word. So I could go ahead and, be a good soldier for the Lord and warrior for the Lord, and to be able to go walk out the mission that he has for me. And this is part of that mission. Because why? Because the children of God, man, are in bondage, man. It's like I'm reading the Old Testament right now, and it's like the children of God are going, Moses, what do you mean? What do you mean we got to leave Egypt? What do you mean we got to leave Egypt? And like Moses, like, man, y'all been crying for 400 years, crying and praying for the Lord to get you out of bondage, out of Egypt. And now it's so bad here in Egypt that Pharaoh's not even giving you straw to make the brick. He's telling you to go get your own straw. And y'all still trying to stay in Egypt. You go, HD, what do you mean still trying to stay in Egypt? Y'all sitting up here playing with this 40-40 plan like it's not rapidly disappearing. I told y'all yesterday when I was doing the presentation that I was talking with the very high level executive in the technology field who's literally going throughout corporate America, and he's working with his firm, and they are literally working right now as we speak. Okay, as we speak right now, while y'all are going back to work and back and forth and putting your goals and putting your dreams off, and sometime later when I have enough money, I'm going to finish this book. Sometime later when I got the money, I'm going to go ahead and start my clothing business. Sometime when I got money, I'm going to do this or that. And you got time running out because I told you yesterday, y'all got about 18 months, to 2 good years left before AI takes out every single job that's between the top of the pyramid you're in, where corporate America has the CEO, COO, and them top executives, and the bottom people who might as well be in a third world country because they're the ones who are going to be working the rest of their life. Everything from the very bottom to the very top is being cleared out by AI and technology. I told you yesterday, my friends have been building the bots, the AI bots that are taking over your job. So I don't know about you, but man, when I got done talking with him, man, that inspired me to, man, just turn up the juice. Turn up the volume, turn up the volume. Come on, where are my Eric B. and Rakim people at? Pump up the volume, baby. It's time for me to go ahead and get more bold, preach with more fire, talk about entrepreneurship, talk about freedom, financial freedom, talk about what it's going to take you to get from point A to B. Point A is being day one. Point B is being done. And I spell done, R-I-C-H. Why? Because guess what? Everything in between them is getting eliminated as we talk. The entire middle class is being erased around the globe. There's going to be no middle class in Asia. They're already building robots that can run and jump better than I can. Yeah, I'm 50 years old, but the point is, well, if they can do that, you don't think they can put them robots in them self-driving semi-trucks that they already got, driving and doing deliveries on their own in Europe? Come on. My truck drivers ain't even going to have a job in 2 years. Y'all think I'm playing with this, man. You go, HD, man, where you get this information? The Jetsons? I don't know, but last time I checked, y'all better go back and watch Spacely Sprockets and George Jetson, because in that cartoon, they have flat screen TVs. Ooh. Now, when did flat screen TVs come that you notice? Interesting. They had robots. Come on. How many of y'all remember Rosie? She was the one sitting up here taking care of the George Jetson's kids. Hello. How many of y'all remember that they were telecommuting and working from home sometimes? Mrs. Jetson. What were y'all doing back during COVID? Man, I could turn off this thing right now. I done gave you enough information that you know right there. AI is taking over, man. And these folks ain't playing with you or your job. So let's get busy, man. I want to talk to you. I'm getting right to it today. Y'all got HD hyped up, man. Hold up. Let me calm down a little bit, man. Y'all got me hyped up, man. Let me relax on you. Let me relax on y'all real quick, man. Shout out to Matthew Plant. Matthew Plant, man. My collaboration partner. Blowing up the gospel rap scene. Matthew Plant, y'all gonna get that new CD he just released out on Sunday. He doing big things for the Lord, man. And that's what I'm talking about. He don't need to even go sign no record deal. Y'all sitting up here still stuck in the Industrial Revolution. Oh, I need a record deal. I need Hollywood to go ahead and sign off my documentary, as if you don't got a tripod and a cell phone. That's what I'm talking to you on right now. Y'all could be telling your story and making money right now if that's your gift. Making music right now, selling online if that's your gift. You go, HD, I know a lot of friends who done created music and they went ahead and they've done created books, but it's just sitting there online on SoundCloud and Spotify, and the books are just sitting right there on Amazon. I said, I know that. Go back to my original videos I posted about this. My best friend Jerome Majet wrote a book, spent 18 years writing a book. Then he posted it up there on Amazon.com and was waiting for the money to came in. And he was waiting quite a while because it wasn't coming in. Only people who were buying his book is the people he was calling and telling, hey, man, y'all know HD. HD, man, you know I'm doing that book. I bought that book. It's on Amazon. Woo-wee! You got to check that out. Once he went through all the people he knew and called them, who else knew about his book? Nobody. Why? Because you going and putting your book on Amazon. You going and putting your value-added specialty course on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok. It ain't gonna move, man, unless you know how to drive eyeballs there. See, these online platforms have given you accessibility, but what you need is visibility. You need customers knowing your name, knowing your product, knowing your brand, knowing you're in business, and why they need to go ahead and buy your product. And that's why today we're talking about Vibe, VYB. Visualize your breakthrough. You go, woo, HD's coming in hot. He ain't coming in with the jokes. Not today, baby. It is too crucial. So let's go on and get down to it. What's Vibe? Vibe is a platform that was created by Megan and Reagan Lynch. A platform with you in mind. It's the #1 business platform on the planet. We're in 160 countries, okay, in the world. And what was their #1 goal? To be able to help entrepreneurs go from step 1 to done. Now, how did they do that? Let's go ahead and talk about how they did that. Let me go on and get my notes, because we're not on a Zoom, so y'all can't see what I see. So let me go on and create a visual. What Vibe did is they created a platform in which number one is going to be education, okay, community, business technologies, okay, and last but not least, health and fitness. Now you go, okay, HD, but I thought you said we the product. You are the product, so keep listening. Number one, if you want to just be a student, this is the best entrepreneurship platform for you to go and learn financial literacy on the planet. Why? In the Vibe Vault, which was their original plan for this entire platform, they started off creating a financial literacy, okay, entrepreneur, educational platform. It's like a university online. It's going to teach you everything that has to do with money. Whether it's crypto, DeFi, Forex, sports betting, you name it. Anything got to do with money, investments, making money, guess what? They got it right there. So if the only thing you want to do today is you just want to go back to school so you can learn to make money, man, you need to go on in and just sit tight, check back into when this video is done, get the recording, or DM me and say, HD, send me the link, man. I want to sign up for that school right now. Okay, great. So we got the students out. Now let's talk to the entrepreneurs. Now I want to talk to all those people who, they started their own business. So they got their own business concept. They got their own business idea. And you know what? They don't know. And I'm about to tell you right now, you're going to have access online. That's great. But what you need is visibility. Customers aren't going to be able to find you just because you go online and just because you even create your own little www.meandmybestproduct.com. It ain't going to happen. Guess what? Why? It's because it's like you going to stick your name in a phone book. You got 7 million people in any phone book around the city. If nobody knows who you are, nobody knows what your product is, and nobody knows what your business is, guess what, man? You just spend a whole bunch of money on nothing. That phone book's not going to market for you. You go, well, HD, you know what? I got to figure it out. I can go ahead and get an advertising agency, and they're going to go ahead and do all this advertising. Yeah, I heard that story before. Jerome said he spent a minimum $1,500 a month just being able to get advertising to get his book out there. Yeah, HD's coming hot today. He said, HD, man, you got your hat on. I thought you were going to chill out. No, not today. No more time for that, man. I got to give you guys a ride on to the real, man. I want y'all to be successful, man. I don't want you falling into this trap of this 40-40 plan no more. It's time to help you get out. So I'm going to give you the straight facts if you can take it straight. If you can't, I'm going to pray for you that God wakes you up in the next 2 to 3 months. Because after that, man, it's going to be a real slippery slope. And it ain't going the direction you want financially, if you understand what I'm saying. So let's break this down. What happens is Jerome figured out he's got to pay over $1,500 a month minimum just to be able to get, marketing so people knows about his book. Now, what happened was he started hearing about this thing called attraction marketing, okay? And attraction marketing, you know what? They were charging over $10,000 for the course. And Jerome was like, good Lord, I don't got that. So Jerome, being a smart entrepreneur, what he did was he said, you know what? Well, I might not be able to learn about this because I don't got the $10,000 that they want to be able to teach me this marketing. Then I'm going to need to be able to sell my book. But what I can do is I can go ahead and I can put in my resume because I have an extensive history of being in sales. In fact, Jerome was one of the top sales reps when I used to work with him in the mortgage company. And said what happened? He went ahead and got hired as a sales rep for what? For this attraction marketing company. And guess what? Instead of paying the $10,000, he paid with 9 months of training and learning about the system and sales. And guess what? Now on this platform, instead of you having to pay $10,000 like Myron Golden, MYRON GOLDEN, who makes over $10 million a month, doing what I'm trying to show you right here, creating a digital product through your business, being able to make money 24 hours a day, even when you're asleep. Because guess what? Once your product's online, it's there forever. And guess what? If you have your business online, your product online, as long as you know how to drive customers to the platform for they can go ahead and purchase your product, man, you can make money in your sleep. And that's what this is. Okay. Now, Jerome went ahead and studied this attraction marketing. He's going to be teaching a course with this platform. Now, how much is it going to be? Man, what if it's only $20? Oh, my goodness, man. It blew my mind. Jerome was talking to me today. He said, you know what, HD? You know what? He goes, what if I only had 50 people out of 7 million eyeballs in 160 countries? You go, what do you mean 7 million eyeballs? Well, I told you before in the last presentation, over 70,000 entrepreneurs already opted in on this platform. And guess what? Most of them are entrepreneurs, which means they already got easily 100 customers. Heck, man, I was in a network marketing company where 90% of my friends were running away, didn't even want to talk to me on the phone. And I still had 100 customers. Why? Because it was weight loss. And because I knew a lot of people at the gym who wanted to get big. And when they see me put in 45 days of work and HD lost that gut, got shredded, then continued taking in protein shakes. And while I was muscling up, I walked in looking like a beast, and they were like, yo, bro, I've been watching you for the last month and a half. I ain't never seen someone get as big as you. By the way, man, how old are you? I said, man, I'm in my 40s. They said, man, where do you get your protein shake? Come on, man. We preaching to the choir right now. I know you guys are listening. So listen, this is what happened with Jerome, man. He's going to be teaching this course, but he told me if he only had 50 people sign up, 50 people, and guess what? Say he charges, guess what? $30 for the course. Well, that means 50 times 30, that's $1,500 a day. Man, I could turn this thing off and walk out again, man. I'm just telling you how with 50 customers, you tell me what you can do right now, and with 50 customers, make $1,500. Get out of here, man. But we said 50 customers a day. So if all he does is make 50 customers brand new a day, why? Because this platform's growing exponentially and are averaging a minimum of 50 brand new entrepreneurs who are signing up for this because they go, man, they see this is the #1 way for them to launch their own personal business with their own personal brand, their own personal products. We ain't talking about this company. We're talking about you. You have your own product, your own company, and you have your own brand. All we're going to do is give you visibility to the world. Why? So that you can make a profit and you can live your dreams and stop talking about one day. Hey, that day is today. Today's the day where you launch your business. Today's the day where you get your swag. Instead of this saying Toronto Raptors, it should say your swag, because today's the day you launch your business today. Today's the day you go ahead and launch your book. Today's the day that you launch your cup making business. Today's the day that you go ahead and you start teaching karate online on courses. Today's the day you start teaching music online today. Because tomorrow's not guaranteed. And the Bible I read says a good man leaves an inheritance for his children's children. And guess what? I ain't never seen a man leave an inheritance with procrastination. So now we got that out the way. We're going to continue with this story. $1,500 a day because you got 50 people signing up to take your course to learn what you do for a living. Because you went to school for 8 years, 10 years. You were top of the line in whatever you did, whether you're a mortgage broker or a realtor. You're the top accountant in all of Alabama, Florida, Washington, Oregon, New York City, Delaware. And so guess what? These people want to learn from you. So you put together a value-added course online. You have 50 people a day sign up for your course. Guess what? That's $1,500 a day. Okay? Now, what's that? In 7 days, that means you already made $10,000. Man, I'm telling you, man, your boy's cooking today, man. I almost can't sit still, man. I almost can't sit still. I just told you how to make $10,000 a day, man. Y'all need to be DMing me. My phone should be blown off the hook. I should be having to go on airplane mode. Because when's the last time you sat down with a brother who showed you how to make legally $10,000 a day off of 50 customers? $10,000 a week off of 50 customers. Man, you can't cut 50 people's hair and make $10,000, man. Oh, Jesus is good. My Lord and Savior. Thank you, Lord. This is what I'm trying to explain to you, man. A lot of y'all been praying for opportunity. A lot of y'all been praying for God to bless you, and the blessing's here. Y'all just need to open up your ears, okay, and keep listening, man. Send me a DM so I can send you this link so y'all can go ahead and be able to start putting your company, your business idea on this platform so we can go on and get you the visibility for you to live your dreams, okay? Now, the next thing I want to talk about is this. We said $10,000 a week. Last time I checked, there's 52 weeks in a year. So that means HD Rhodes just got done showing you how to make $500,000 this year if you only have 50 customers coming to your value-added course. So now that we done talked about that, man, let's get back to this presentation. The other thing you're going to need if you're going to be successful in life is you're going to need visibility. Online, they call those subscribers. The great thing is when you connect your value-added course, whether you're a professor, a content creator, or your merchandise, whether you're an artist, a singer, you just putting together crafts, whether, you know what, you shine cars and you do detail cleaning, you have a mobile detailing shop, okay, that you drive that clean everyone's cars. If you go ahead and take a camera, record what you're doing, okay, DM HD Rhodes, I'm going to show you how to upload those videos. We're going to turn that into a value-added course. Why? Because on this platform, we have the business technology through AI to help you turn those videos into a course. And guess what? If we help you have 50 brand new people signing up for your course every day, okay, 7 days a week, then I'm going to teach you right there. That's $10,000 this week, $500,000 in your sleep. Come on, man. Now, that's only one income stream. What about the fact that, guess what, man? We also got Vibe Styles. What's Vibe Styles? Vibe Styles is a way that you can be able to sell your merchandise. You can have the name of your company on hats, t-shirts, mugs. Hello. Now you're making a second income stream. You're making money off your value-added course online through Vibe Global. You're also making money off your merch you're selling on Vibe Styles. You go, HD, but I don't know how to brand myself. That's why we got Vibe Branding. We have professionals, okay, who are going to teach you how to brand yourself. I told you it was an entrepreneurship school. We're teaching you everything about entrepreneurship and money. The only thing we can't teach you is an excuse how to keep staying poor. Because poor stands for passing over opportunities repeatedly. Now, if you're still poor, I already gave you a tip for today, man. Y'all take that one, write that on paper. P-O-O-R. I've been passing over opportunities repeatedly. Take that piece of paper, man, right there, and then toss that over your shoulder. Man, it's time to get blessed. It says the blessings of the Lord that maketh you rich, and he adds no sorrow to it, man. Come on, man. I ain't trying to hear y'all blame my Heavenly Father, the source of all things, the source of all the food you get to eat, the source of all the water you get to drink, the source of every opportunity that was blessed and given to you when you were praying, Lord, I don't know how I'm going to pay these bills. Oh, Lord, I don't know what we're going to do. Man, he opened the door, man. Y'all need to come on in. Come on now. What's the product? Is you. What's the vision? It's your vision. What's the goal? To help you be successful, running your own business, your own product. We're going to help you with the branding. We're going to help you with the marketing. I told you about Jerome's class. You could take $20 a month. Are you kidding me? To be able to learn how to drive as much traffic as you want to make as much money as your bank will hold. Man, get you 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 other bank accounts then. Hello. You think there's a limit on how many bank accounts you can open? You think they denied Bill Gates and Jeff Bezos an opportunity to put some of their billions of dollars in their bank? Man, you should be making enough money. You and your best friends should get together and go chat GPT. How do I start my own, how we start our own community bank? Because you and your friends are making so much money with this platform. Y'all put your money together just like the Rockefellers, just like the Vanderbilts. Hello, just like the Waltons. Come on, like the DuPonts. Come on. Man, how you think that they got started? The Carnegies, the Mellons. Come on, man. HD's on it today, man. Woo! He on it. I feel it coming, man. The Holy Spirit's on me hard right now, man, because I'm excited. I'm excited to give you the truth that y'all can handle the truth. I'm going to give it to you like a water hose. Just don't try to drink it all at once, man. If you got to watch this video a couple times, then do that. It's recorded. So now let's go on and talk about, man, I talked about community. The great thing about Vibe Tribe is this. It's a community. Imagine a platform that's going to give you a community so you can educate people who think minded like you what you're doing with your product and service, and you guys can go on and share ideas with each other. And guess what? You never know who, instead of having to come together some lodge, instead you trying to come together some community center, instead you trying to come together to be able to come on the golf course, you can come right online and in this platform, create your own community, online community, your own tribe. That's why we call it Vibe Tribe. And you can network with your close contacts and y'all can talk business all you want. You guarantee, guess what, man? If y'all serious about business, man, and y'all don't play games, I might introduce you to my tribe, man. I done spent the last week talking to a bunch of multi-millionaires, network marketing, technology, people who even have their own brick and mortar business, man. And guess what? Every one of them said, HD, this sounds interesting. I have to take a look at this, man. Absolutely. Come on, man. Because business is simple. I told you yesterday, business is one thing. Business is all about profits and revenue. Mine is what? Expenses. That's it. What's the biggest expense in business? Employees. Employees that are coming to work and doing just enough work not to get fired. And that's why you're getting paid just enough money to have to keep coming back again. Ooh, man, we on this 40-40 plan. All right, man, we went there. We're going to go there. HD, what's the 40-40 plan? The 40-40 plan means you're going to be working 40 hours, a week. That's what it used to be. It's more like 60 or 70 if you got to pay bills. Anyways, you're going to work for the next 40 years, and at the end of 40 years, you're going to try to retire on 40% of what you're going to get by. Now, in doing so, you're going to be fighting income tax, interest, insurance, and inflation. You go, what do you mean? Because when you got a job, you know what happens the first thing you get paid? They take taxes out your check. Come on, man. HD ain't doing demonstration. Y'all go watch my video from yesterday when I ripped up your check in half. Showed you that's what the tax man do when you get paid. Then you're going to go on and spend your money. And every time you go spend that money, you're going to pay taxes unless you're native in Canada on native land. They're the only people I know who don't have to pay taxes on when they go spend stuff. Hello, I don't know what it is in the U.S. I ain't been in the U.S. in a long time. Okay, I do need to go on and make sure that I file my native bloodline so I can go on and, and get some of my benefits because I am native. Thank you through my father's side of the family. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Come on now. But this is my point. You're going to spend money anyways, but guess what? They're going to take taxes. And then at the end of the year, every April 1st or 15th, depending on what country you live in, you got to pay taxes based on what you got left, right? Ooh, no. You got to pay taxes based off of how much money your salary says. So if they say you make $100,000 a year, even though they gave you half, and even though you were spending that money every month, come April, you still got to pay that tax bracket on $100,000. That's what it is for a W-2 employee or T4. Now, here's a beautiful thing. If you had your own business, you're a content creator, you're an independent contractor. Come on, man. If you're self-employed, you own your own business, you're a mortgage broker, you're a real estate agent, and you INC'd yourself. So now you're working for yourself. Guess what happens? You're going to get that full $100,000, and you're going to be able to spend that money throughout the year, and you're going to keep your receipts, and then you're going to get together with a tax accountant who specializes in taxes for business owners. And they're going to teach you how to write off all that money you spent. You're going to write it all off. And then guess what? You ain't going to get taxed on that $100,000. Why? You're a business owner. The difference between a business owner and an employee is you're only going to pay taxes on what's left. Now, challenge me on that, because I spent 10 years teaching this as a financial consultant. Conseco Financial, Wells Fargo, then working for myself as an independent business owner as I bought into a franchise. Hello. Come on. Now, let's talk about the other three income drains. The other three income drains is, guess what? Interest. You got to pay interest on that school loan, that you took out for your kids who were blessed to get into Harvard, Stanford, Princeton. Come on. Hello. McGill, University of Victoria, UBC. Shout out to all my college graduates, man. Congratulations. You guys proved one thing. You guys got endurance. Now, welcome to the real world. Y'all about to have to decide. Are you going to get in the 40-40 world? Or are you going to be like, Mom and Dad, I heard H.D. Rhodes give this presentation, and I appreciate y'all taking out this $400,000 loan that y'all got to go ahead and pay up to 25% interest on. But I'm going to get in business with H.D. Rhodes because he showed me a way how I could go from zero to making over $100,000 a month in the next 6 to 12 months. Come on now. Content creators do better than that in 6 months. But we'll talk about that later. Now, you also have to pay interest on home loans, interest rate, car note, interest rate. Hello. Now, the third income drain is this, man. It's insurance. You got to have insurance for your house, your car. You go on a trip, you better have travel insurance. Don't get sick 3,000 miles away from home. Last but not least, you need medical insurance, which was a big topic in the last election. Everyone's talking about, we wish we had a medical system like Canada. It's free. It ain't. I done messed up my knee 3 times. 2020, 2022, 2024. Right knee, 2020. Left knee, 2022. Right knee again, 2024. And guess what I had to pay? A deductible. Why? Because when I had medication, one of the medications they needed for the pain, because I didn't want to take Percocet, didn't want to take Oxycontin, my dad told me, under no circumstance be taking all them opioids. And I was in pain. I couldn't even walk. But I listened to my pops, and guess what? They said, look, they got a special cream they can go ahead and put on it. But the problem is I'm going to have to pay out of pocket. Why? Because they take 2 different compounds, put it together, not covered by insurance. Now, where am I going with that? It's income drain. Now, the fourth income drain is the biggie. Why? Because it doubles the price of your living expenses every 10 years. So that means if you go and look at the car your great-grandma bought back in 19-something, it probably is $500. But guess what? 10 years later, that car she bought for $500, you would have had to pay for the same car, brand new, $1,000. 10 years later, $2,000. 10 years later, $4,000. Well, how you think these days you're buying cars for $100,000? Man, it wasn't always $100,000 back in the old days. Man, are you kidding me? Most people's houses didn't even cost more than like $10,000 to $15,000 back in the old days. Okay, that's what happens with inflation. Now, what's this got to do with this? It has everything to do with this because you don't have a way to go from $100,000 in 2025 to $200,000 in 2035 to $400,000, okay, in 2045. Then guess what? You just told me you have no way to be able to keep up with inflation. And that's the reason why most people in their 40s and 50s are getting rid of their house saying, oh, we're downsizing. we don't need a house this big. No, you can't afford the cost of living. And you thought if you could go ahead and get rid of your house while inflation has that house you bought for $100,000 worth $500,000, you could take some of that equity, cash out for $400,000, pay off another smaller house, a condo, apartment, because it's just you and the wife because the kids already graduated and they on their own. And now you can even be able to start saving up for retirement and go on vacation. Come on, tell me I'm lying. Man, I was in the mortgage game and finance game for too long, man. You know how many doctors, lawyers, attorneys, and regular people I talk to, man? It's always the same story. So what's my point, man? My point, if you had a business of your own, your product and service would be able to keep up with inflation because it's the cost of living. Gas goes from $1 to $2, $2 to $3. You think that your gas station is going to stay at $1? No, there's regulations. You got to move your prices up within a certain amount of cents of all the other gas stations. That's just the way it is, man. It's regulated. Okay? What it means for you? What does that mean for you? That means inflation is not going to affect you like everybody else if you have your own business. So having your own business is the best way to guard yourself against inflation. That's why Robert Kiyosaki talked about in his book 30 years ago, Rich Dad, Poor Dad, that I found in the backseat of a multimillionaire who was training me in business. He consequently is the gentleman who got me in the mortgage industry. He also is the one who first got me in direct sales because he took his money that he made in 2 years in direct sales, making a residual $250,000, walked away from that business, kept his license going, and that $250,000 that he was making back in the early 90s, do inflation on that. He took that money and bought one mortgage company, and that one mortgage company became 25 different branches. Come on, Robert Kiyosaki said, look, man, the difference between the rich and poor is the rich put their money in assets. Assets are things that make you money. Poor people buy things that are liabilities. Liabilities is things that take money out your pocket. This opportunity I'm talking to you today is an asset. It's an opportunity for you to turn your dreams, your goals, and your gifts into money-making opportunities. You go, HD, but I want to start my own business. I want to start my own platform. That's great. But do you have 70,000 people ready to buy your product and service right now? Wouldn't it make sense to do like my old business mentor, Joe McGee, come in here and make $250,000 or $500,000 a year, and then take that money and build your platform, and then go on and keep all the eyeballs and subscribers that you were able to attract on Facebook, TikTok, Instagram, and YouTube? And then, as you successfully have, 500,000 people buying your product, to then go on and do your thing on your own? I don't know, it's just me. Or maybe it's just Robert Kiyosaki. Or maybe it's just Grant Cardone. They all agree that network marketing is one of the best ways to be able to bring product to market. And it's the best way for you to get money and get your money up and to level up if you want to start a real business. So let's go on and move on. Okay, the other thing Robert Kiyosaki talked about, as I alluded to just a second ago, was that if you want to go from being a job person where you're paying taxes 3 times, you're getting eaten up by taxes, eaten up by insurance, eaten up by the interest, eaten up by inflation every 10 years, the smartest thing for you to do is start a business and go become self-employed. Now, the great thing about that is now you have all these tax advantages. You have a hedge of protection against insurance, interest, and taxes, tax write-offs, and inflation, hedge of protection against inflation because your product moves with the price of the cost of living. But he said the only problem with that is you have no leverage. But as you continue to grow your business, which we're going to teach you how to do here with this platform that we call Vibe, you're going to be able to go from the left side of the cash flow quadrant where you have employees and self-employed to being a business owner, which now you have leverage. Now you have people working for you, making you money. At the same time, as you continue to grow your business, you start putting money towards a business and towards investments. You get together with a financial professional now who works with business owners. I ain't talking about your 401k. I'm not talking about your RRSPs. I told you I was a financial professional, man. I'm trying to give you the right on to the real right now. Once you have your business going on, you sit down with a business advisor who's going to be able to refer you somebody who's a good investment advisor to help you to be able to put your money, a portion of your money you're making, into an asset that's going to make you more money. Not everyone who just puts money in real estate makes money. Why? Because real estate, depending on where you get it, the time and how much it costs, a lot of times I have a lot of investors who I did business with, I helped do mortgages with, I helped them get the loan to be able to buy their second, third, fourth, and fifth property. They call me, they're like, HD, this asset is good, passive residual income's good, but man, being a landlord is tough. It's all tenants and toilets. I don't know about you, but I don't want my phone ringing 24 hours a day about fixing someone's toilet from a tenant. So here's the point now. what you want to do is you want to be able to go from an employee to a business owner. This is one of the #1 platforms to do it. Why? As I said, it's not going to cost you hundreds of thousands of dollars to buy into the private franchise on this platform. You could be a content creator, educator, or an entrepreneur with your own product. You're going to go ahead and pay a small fee to be able to be on this platform, just like you would any other platform. But the difference is this platform's designed to give you visibility. Everyone who's part of this platform, you know what, is incentivized to send customers to the businesses that's on this platform. So that means now you not only bought, you know, an opportunity to be on a platform, it's also paying for your marketing, your education. It's paying for, like I said, man, let me talk about Vibe Spotlight, because we're talking about driving customers to you. You realize when you start on this platform, there's something called Vibe Spotlight, which is kind of like an online magazine. And every week they're going to be highlighting all the brand new companies that are coming on board. Man, that means that you could take your little 30-second advertisement, put that Vibe put for you, and now put that all over your social media, on your TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, Facebook. Man, I'm telling you, man, I don't know why my phone ain't literally blowing up. Oh, maybe because I don't have it set up right now. I'm online. But guess what? This is my point. So you got Spotlight to help you do marketing. Vibe Styles, where you can go ahead and sell your merch and product. Vibe Brandworks, which is going to be there to help you learn how to go ahead and create your brand, how to market your brand. Vibe Global, so that you can go ahead and turn your brand into a value-added course. You're able to teach people, you know, your skill set, your specialty, i.e., my friend at Washington, he's going to be able to teach people karate from Vibe Global. He has, you know what, 1,000 people go ahead and sign up this month. He's going to make $20,000. Next month, everyone referred one, he makes $40,000. Month after that, everyone signs up one. Now he's making $80,000 a month. Or you could do it like my friend Jerome said. Guess what? If you only have 50 people sign up a day, because we have brand new people signing up every day, you get 50 people sign up a day and you're still charging the same $20, that's $1,000 a day. After 7 days in that week, that's what? $7,000 a week. $7,000 a week times 52. Man, you already made over $350,000 in your first year. Man, you can go on and do it however you want. I'm just trying to help you. So we talked about the vault. That's where you have the education about money. The tribe, that's the community. Global, that's where you're going to do your value-added course. Brandworks, that's where we're going to teach you about how to build your own brand. Vibe Styles, that's how you're going to be able to sell your merch. They got 4,000 square foot warehouse waiting for your design, waiting for you to go, man, I got my design. I got my shirts designed, my hats designed. I just don't have the money and the shirts or the hats to be able to do it. Can I put this online for you guys and you guys make it? And you guys are going to go ahead and allow me to sell it? Yep, that's what they're there for. And guess what? Well, how much is it going to cost? What if they just take a small portion of the revenue? Man, you talk about awesome opportunity. Vibe Spotlight, they're going to be spotlighting brand new businesses every week. Man, last but not least, HD, what if I don't got the money to launch my business? Guess what? We got Vibe Ventures. And with Vibe Ventures, they got their own venture capitalist that literally is going to be your own Dragon's Den or Shark Tank. And you're going to be able to pitch people your business idea. And they're going to be able to invest in your business after everything is Trump tight. And say that everything's not Trump tight, they're going to send you right back to the Vibe School and help you get your branding, get your content, get your marketing, help you learn the money, the finance. Man, you can even go into the Vibe Global. There's a part where you can work with collaborators, people who are already successful and going to help you become successful. They even have a library of success where they're going to be teaching you how to go from being an employee-minded individual to being able to be an entrepreneur and a millionaire-minded individual. And why is that important? Because the first thing one of my mentors told me when I was in his Porsche 911 was this. He said, HD, do you want to know how to be a millionaire? I said, absolutely. He said, to be a millionaire, you got to talk like a millionaire and you got to think like a millionaire. And he said, you know how to do that? I said, no, but I'm listening. And he goes, you know what? You need to read what millionaires read. Right about that time, he got a phone call, got out of his Porsche 911. I looked in his back seat, and that was when I seen Rich Dad, Poor Dad from Robert Kiyosaki. I took a pen out. I wrote on my hand, Rich Dad, Poor Dad, Robert Kiyosaki, and the rest is history, man. The rest is history, okay? So I talked about the 4 income drains, okay? I done talked about Vibe, how it's the perfect platform. Now let me go on and just break down why it's a perfect platform, okay? Because I didn't talk about these trends that basically brought this opportunity for you to be the next Jeff Bezos. HD, how am I going to be like Jeff Bezos? Jeff Bezos started with the dream and the vision. He just wanted to be the #1, okay, book distributor in all of North America. Now, guess what? You go, but HD, man, that was then. He's already rich. But guess what? He went to compete with Barnes & Nobles and Chapters who already had a 4 to 5 decade head start. They go, oh, well, then how did he become the #1 bookseller? Now I got your attention. That's the power of understanding the trends in technology. When we went from the agricultural society to the Industrial Revolution, the money went from being in the ground to in the corporate offices, in the manufacturing, in the warehouses, and in the plants. You go and look at Detroit City. Come on now. All that, it wasn't just the music that came out of Detroit that was big in the entertainment industry, but look at all those vehicles that the Ford and Chrysler and GMC was producing, man. There was whole industries that were birthed out the Industrial Revolution. People started leaving their farms because they could make money moving to the city. That's how we got corporate America the way it is today. But guess what? Billions of dollars was transferred when we went from the agricultural age to the Industrial Revolution. And we went from the Industrial Revolution to streamlined distribution. That's when they basically cut out the middleman. Because the advent steam engine, hello. We had the advent, also the railroad system. They started shipping products from the West Coast to the East Coast and the East Coast to the West Coast. But with the advent of creating those semi-trucks, they didn't have to wait as long, for some of them trains. What if they had a last minute delivery and the train already went? Well, with the advent of the semi-trucks and DHL, logistics company, okay, UPS, FedEx, now these companies could go ahead and start being able to ship stuff, and they didn't have to wait for the train to come through once a day. Now, in the streamlined distribution, companies got leaner and meaner. They started taking money away from these high-paid employees that were in between the executives and middle management. They lost jobs. A lot of those people found their new jobs and started businesses with themselves. Why? They started being attracted to direct sales company. Why? Direct sales company became the middleman that cut out a lot of that fluff that was going in the distribution chain that went from the retailer that went all the way back to the manufacturer. Manufacturer shipping a product through this mom and pops, through this person, through this transportation company, through the railroad, through this mom and pops and this company. Man, streamlined distribution just said, cut it out. Now you got these network marketing companies in the middle. They created their own sales force. They said, we're going to sell my bell. We're going to sell your long distance phone. We're going to sell your vitamins. We're going to sell your soap. We're going to sell your insurance, Prime America. We're going to sell all your makeup and your skincare systems, Mary Kay. Are we on the same page now? That's how these companies came in. And a lot of people who joined those companies early became millionaires literally overnight, 12 to 24 months. Now, a lot of people these days, you know what? If you actually listen, if you have a big dream, you have a good work ethic, and you're coachable and teachable, these are the best systems, like Robert Kiyosaki said, to be able to go from zero to becoming a millionaire in 2 to 5 years. Now, guess what? Those trends moved even further. We went from the streamlined distribution to the dot-com era. And now that brings us to our buddy, Jeff Bezos. Bezos, back when we went from the streamlined distribution part, going now into the dot-com era, he goes, you know what? I see the technology. I see how Bill made his money. Okay, with Microsoft. I see the Intel Pentium chips. I see the gateway computers. He goes, now, I see that everyone's planning on business going online. Why? Jetsons told you. Did you pay attention to cartoons when you grew up? Man, Jetsons is almost have more of a Nostradamus than just The Simpsons. And The Simpsons have been pretty much on with all their predictions on cartoons. But that's a different story for a different day. So Jeff Bezos said, you know what? I'm going to stake my claim in this dot-com era. And he did. And he just started selling books out of his garage. And guess what? He did so good being at the right time, at the right place, in the right era. And guess what he did? He got on his surfboard right before that dot-com era really took off. And he rode that to now being the #1 book seller in all of North America and the world. But not just that, #1 sales in toys. That's why Toys R Us ended up just closing most of all their branches throughout all of Canada and the United States. Hello. Didn't I say big business cuts the fat, streamlining business? Hello, cutting out all the middleman. Now they know, hey, they can go www.toys.us and sell toys. But guess what? Guess what? Jeff Bezos, man, beat them to it. He putting everyone to shame. You can buy your technology. You can buy your skincare, your makeup, your cell phone, your laptop, your computer, your iPhone, your iPods. Come on, man. You can buy everything on Amazon.com, including the books. Okay, now this is the same opportunity I'm trying to give you right now. Why? Because as we went from the .com era, that's dead and gone. You missed it out, man. You missed out, man. If you would have done that when he did, we probably wouldn't be talking. You'd be like, HD, I'm chilling right now, man, in St. Bart's, man, on this Hatteras yacht, man. You want to come hang out, man? I'm going to go on and send you, I'm going to send my helicopter to come pick you up. Come on, man. Or HD, depending on where you are in Vancouver, I'll send you my Learjet, HD. And I'll be like, man, thank you, cuz. I appreciate you, man. Good looking out. But you didn't. So we're both on the same line, okay? Now, the next shift, you already missed that. You go, what you mean the next shift I missed? The next shift was the whole social media boom. What do you mean I missed it? Man, all the people that went from zero to making millions of dollars a month on social media by being influencers, man, you missed the boat. Y'all are Johnny come lately going, oh, well, I got my Facebook now. I got my TikTok now. Man, I had 1,000 views on my post today. You see me being quiet, right? You go, HD, aren't you on all four of them? Aren't you posting? Mm-hmm. You're right, I am. I am creating followers online. But here's the thing. What you don't realize is Vive has 70,000 people, literally, who got 100 customers who they're looking to buy products the minute we launch this week. Well, HD, well, then why are you on all these other platforms? Because I needed to practice, man. Well, why do you need to practice? I don't know. How many people in the NBA didn't practice their craft to become an all-star in high school? How many people in the NBA didn't have to practice their craft to become an all-star in college? How many people in the NBA didn't have to practice their craft to get off the bench in the NBA? How many people you know in the NBA didn't have to practice their craft to become an all-star? How many people you know played with Michael Jordan, but they're not Hall of Fame? Come on, man. Opportunity only becomes success when opportunity meets preparedness. So I've been preparing for the launch of this company by leveraging these other platforms. Now, guess what? I'm starting to get traction. I have a lot of people reaching out to me on these platforms asking me about this very platform I'm telling you about. Musicians. Shout out to Matthew Plant. Back up, man. Every time I think about Matt, I get a smile on my face. Why? Because this young man, 23 years old, he got more gumption than most of the people I know. 23 years old, met him. He was living in a homeless shelter. Not no more. Just launched his first album for the Lord. Gospel rapper. Sold almost 500 copies Sunday. Man, when I met him, man, he was just selling beats and some, a song here or there, and he was making $100 a day. But guess what happened now? What was it, 2 weeks ago? Me and Matt were hanging out, and he had his first $1,000 day. Then what else happened? We got a call from a U.S. radio station because they wanted to play his music. Why? Because this platform works, even when we haven't launched yet. But a bunch of me and these business owners, man, we started plugging Matt. We started playing his music. We started telling people about it. And we're going to do the same thing with your business. That's what I'm saying. What do you have? What do you have a platform that's driving business to you? I didn't say do you have a platform you put your business on. That's accessibility. What visibility do you have that's driving people to your business? And you go, oh, well, I got this, I got that. Okay. Do they have 70,000 people waiting for your product, ready to buy them right now? Because that's what Vibe has. 70,000 entrepreneurs right now waiting to buy products. And 100 customers, that's 7 million eyes, waiting to see, man, we can't wait till they open up this Netflix-like catalog, and I get to see karate, Big Robin Washington, music, James Udell down in Dallas, authors, HD Rhodes, Power Proclamation, Jerome Majette, okay, Why Did God Make Man? And whatever your business is, man, the most important thing on a platform is to be first, man. You want to be on the first 10 pages of the catalog. So if you come back and wait till HD's already making millions of dollars, I have good news and bad news. At least you're coming to me so I can help you build your business before you get laid off, because I told you, AI is taking over all the jobs. I talked about at the beginning of the presentation. If you're late, man, go back and watch the rerun. But here's the thing. If you wait till I'm already making $1 million with this now, you might be on page 11, page 12, page 13 of this online platform catalog. But if you get in right now, you get to be on page 1 through 5 because we haven't launched yet. Come on. We launching this week, but we ain't launched yet. So you have your value-added course. You have your business. You hook up with me and Jerome Majette, And guess what? We help you get caught up to speed so you know how to launch your business, how to get the branding, how to be able to get the marketing, how to get the sales. We help you get everything tweaked so when this thing launches, you got your business on there and you got 7 million eyes and you're literally there making $20, $30, $40, $50,000 every month in your sleep. Hello. Or y'all can stay that 40-40 plan and get laid off in the next 2 years when AI takes your job. It's up to you. You're HD, man. That's it. That's all you got to say. Hey, man. So I went over, okay, yeah, I told you about, okay. The last trend, the AI revolution. I'm done. That's the end of my presentation. I just showed you how billions of dollars was made going from the agricultural age to industrial revolution. You know them. The Waltons, the Rockefellers. Hello, J. Paul Getty and the oil. Hello, all the people who had the steel manufacturing. Carnegie, Mellon, Charles Schwab. Hello. Then I talked about how we went from the Industrial Revolution to streamline distribution. Man, all them people, you go, oh, I don't want to do the pyramid where you got 1 million people who are millionaires in direct sales. You go, oh, it was a pyramid. No, man. You talk to your friend or family member who didn't know nothing about business. They got in because they thought they were just going to sign up for something to make money. Man, it should have been common sense. Yo, even if you do something illegal, okay, I shouldn't even say this online, but I'm going to get real because I told you HD's on one today. Man, if you went to a drug dealer and he fronted you some dope, God forgive me for using this example. You know you're not going to get rich if you sit there and do nothing with it. In fact, you'll be like that TV show, that movie from a long time ago with Chris Tucker. You'll have Big Worm pulling up on you being like, Smokey, you didn't smoke on my dope, did you? He said, no. Well, then come give me my money. Man, what makes you think you're going to be rich starting a business and not moving a product, man? It don't even work like that on the street. So what makes you think it works like that in corporate America? No matter what business you start, you got to have accessibility. Accessibility means you got in the game. Visibility means that, guess what? People know you're in business. Okay, that means, hey, right now I'm talking to the young people in the urban area. If y'all don't want to hear this, go on and get off. It's okay. God bless you. I'm on here because I want to teach young men and old men alike how to legally run a business that doesn't go against God laws or man's laws. And unfortunately, right now, I already told y'all the last 30 minutes how to run a business legally. Now I'm going to talk to those youth right now who are going to see me on TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, okay? All y'all out there, y'all don't need to be slanging no more. I'm showing you a business that you can have a real product that you can advertise, that you can go on TikTok, YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram. A real product, your vision, your goal. If you just always want to create your own hats, your own shirts, this is the company. Gone and don't re-up no more. If you got a couple $100, DMHD, and I'm going to put you on this platform, I'm going to put you on game because I know you know how to work hard. I know you got a vision. I know you got a dream. Maybe you're just trying to put food on the table for your mom. You're one of 8 to 10 kids in a single mom household, and your mom's on food stamps, or I don't know what your story is. But guess what? It don't matter. Because I want to teach you how to run a legal business, man. Been there, done that, man. Hey, man, my parents had a restraining order on me. My cousins, my uncles can tell you. I was a black sheep of my family. My parents had a restraining order on me when I was 16 years old because I was running with the wrong people, okay? But God blessed me to go off a cliff in 1997. And when he gave me a second chance at life, I promised I'd live the rest of my life letting people know he's real. I am, and he is. That's why I've been able to make over 6 figures in the mortgage industry, okay? That's why I was able in the last direct sales company in 6 weeks, and that compensation plan was garbage. Compared to this one right here, I was able to have a company paid black BMW. And I didn't believe it, so I went and got just a small 325i with a sunroof. If I would have known how much they would have paid, I would have got an X5. Come on. Hey, I don't know what you're doing. I don't know if you just got laid off, but this is it. You've been praying, and this is an opportunity for you. This company was built by Megan Lynch. Thank you, Lord. See, I'm still on here because God just showed me. I didn't tell you who owns this company. This company was started by an English teacher out of Indiana named Megan Lynch. Now, she started this company because she had a vision and dream and a goal. She wanted to help get the youth out of the drug life, out of the gang life in the inner city. She was teaching at one of the top schools, and she got tired of kids coming to school depressed, upset, because you know what? Their home life wasn't good. So she started a program called SOS, Save Our Sons. Her and her twin sister, Reagan. Now, Reagan, she's a networking queen. She likes to do stuff behind the scene. She's the one who, she networked so that we would have our own bank with this company. She networked so that we would have the best technology with this company. Man, she's the one making sure that everything is smooth online with this company. Those twin sisters might as well be the Wonder Twins, and they don't ever deactivate, man. They just make it happen. Now, Megan Lynch went ahead with her sister. They wrote a grant for $100,000 to be able to take this after-school program for the youth so that they'd be able to teach them entrepreneurship in the school. When they got the money, they took it, put it towards the band, put it towards football equipment, gym equipment. Megan, being a great heart, but being one of them women who, you know, she ain't no joke. She talked to them. She said, well, where's this money that we wrote a grant for? They said they used it. She wasn't happy. They said they don't like it. You know, she can take her job and go. She went. She went in direct sales. She's worked in about 3 to 5 companies. Man, she became a legend in the network marketing direct sales industry, making tens of millions of dollars. Now she's taking her money, her connections, network with a gentleman by the name of Andre Russell, who this guy's literally a certified tech genius. He's worth almost $1 billion. He's made multi-millions of dollars in the tech industry. He's the one who created this platform. And together, those three created this direct sales company in which you could just focus on being a student. You can just focus on being an educator. Or if you want to be someone like me who wants to be able to go in the inner city and be able to get these kids off of slang and drugs, get these kids off of being gangbanging, you can teach them either A, crypto and Forex and how they can make more money in a day, which I've been studying for the last 3 years, by the way, from a cell phone, or you can teach them how to be entrepreneurs legal and be able to bring their hustle, sell merch or whatever vision and goals that God's put in their heart that's legal and ethical on a platform that's going to teach them how to be able to do it, brand it, market it, sell it, and already has over 70,000 entrepreneurs ready to buy their product. Now, yo, HD, man, you said a lot. I did. And that's why I'm about to get off this live. And you know what? God bless you. Everyone who's going to see this video, because this video is all over TikTok. This video is going to be all over Facebook, Instagram, okay? It's on all 4 social platforms. Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, and TikTok. And the reason is because until God takes my last breath, I'm going to be sitting up here preaching the word, man, the gospel, where there's no better way for eternal life than Jesus Christ, my Lord and Savior. And because of him, he said one thing in his Bible. He said in Matthew chapter 25 and 30, when he comes back, he's going to put his sheep on the right and his goats on the left. And he said, man, those who are on his right, he's going to say, come in here to these gates because you're blessed in eternal life. They're going to say, why? And he's going to say, because when I was hungry, you fed me. When I was thirsty, you gave me something to drink. Naked, you clothed me. Sick and in prison, you came and visited me. And they're going to say, Lord, Lord, when did we see you hungry or thirsty? When did we see you naked or sick or in prison? And he said, when you did this to the least of these, my brethren, you know you've done it unto me. And all I know is when I died this time, unlike 1997 when I went off that cliff and I was sitting up here living, trying to be all thugged out, which is the reason I dress like this now. Because if I stood and dressed like this, I would have never been able to baptize, you know, one of the biggest pimps from Montreal, Canada. Shout out to Mikey Glove. If I didn't do that, I would have never met this young man who was homeless 4 weeks ago. Shout out to Matthew Plant. And if I wasn't living my life on fire for God and just keeping it real like this, I wouldn't be able to reach no other young men right now in the urban cities of Montreal, Toronto, some of the roughest parts in Canada, okay, Chicago, Los Angeles, Compton, some of the roughest places, New York. I wouldn't be able to reach them because they'd be like, man, I don't got a suit and tie. I don't have a Harvard and Stanford education. I don't got a University of UBC, UVic, McGill University education. Guess what? But when they get to meet HD Rhodes, who God blessed me to work in corporate America, God blessed me to be making $15,000 a month, $22,000 a month with a GED. Guess what? I can look them in the eyes and be like, if God can do this for me, he can do it for you. And so when God blesses me to be a multi-millionaire with this platform this year, I'm going to be able to look at them and say, there ain't nothing you can do without God. Okay? What's impossible with man is possible with God. Okay? I can do all things through Jesus Christ, my Lord and Savior. Philippians 4:13. I'm out. God bless.